Hey, I'm Jay Malone, founder creator of Passive Profits. Today I'm reading newsletter issue number 21, $75,700 from Owned Products by doing less, not more. Welcome to Passive Profits. The mission here is to help current and aspiring founders win back time and freedom by productizing your expertise into offers you build once and sell forever. Hey founder, last week I shared part one of my plan to build my newsletter or media business to $100,000 within the first year. Today is part two, where we talk about selling your owned products. Before we jump in, I want to say, I've always regarded founder creators who show their work. I still remember when Buffer first started sharing every employee's salary, including the founders. I respect the shit out of transparency and vulnerability like that. At the same time, airing my business plans for the world to see felt exposing at times, especially toward the bottom of today's issue where I abandoned my initial plans and brainstorm a new and improved Plan B. Then again, Plan B is way better. I'm happy I decided to do this. My strategy feels better, clearer, more feasible. I hope you appreciate today's build-in public format. Before we get into it, I want to help you build your online business. To do that, I created the Product Bootcamp. Use it to find the right idea to productize, create a unique and valuable offer, begin growing your audience, market and sell with confidence. I'll work with you over 6 weeks to help you go from fuzzy idea to a launched online business with my systems and dedicated support. See how it works and apply today. Last week, I shared 3 pure newsletter-focused channels I'm monetizing to reach first-year revenue of $100,000. Those are premium subscriptions, newsletter referrals, and sponsorships. They'll bring in roughly $17,000. This week, we're covering the 3 remaining channels, or more appropriately, 3 categories of owned products. Exclusive or high-ticket products that are $1,000 or more. Commitment or mid-ticket products, those are $200 to $999, and impulse or low-ticket products, which are less than $200. Now, how I price Passive Profits low, mid, and high-ticket products may be wholly different than your pricing. It's all relative. High-ticket for my consulting business was $30,000 and up, and we were often dubbed cheap compared to our massive competitors like Deloitte and McKinsey. These products will require more upfront work to build, market, and sell than the newslettery channels we covered last week. But they'll generate more long-term revenue, some of which will be passive. Let's walk through one product category at a time, starting with exclusive. Exclusive products. Exclusive products are your high-ticket offers. They're your priciest products because they include direct and dedicated access to you. Exclusive products might include one-on-one or small group coaching, live training workshops, consulting services. As we'll cover below, impulse products like ebooks and online courses are do-it-yourself or DIY offers. The customer's success depends on their ability to apply the provided training methods and or materials. In contrast, exclusive products are done with you, DWI, or done for you, DFY, offers where your involvement, 1, improves the customer's odds of achieving their desired outcomes, 2, reduces the time and effort needed on their part, and 3, reduces their time to value. As a result, you get to charge more than you would a DIY offer. Productized services. With enough experience delivering DWI or DFY services, your goal should be to package and sell them as productized services, where the customer purchases a fixed price bundle based on clearly defined deliverables and outcomes. In the very first issue of this newsletter, I shared how New Haircut, which is my former consulting business, grew profits 1,353% by productizing its training into cohort-based offers. There's a visual of the 3 packaged cohort offers that we offered with our training. How I'm monetizing. Let's walk through 2 exclusive products I'm creating within Passive Profits. You'll see me use the acronym JTBD. It stands for Jobs to be Done. It's the jobs my customer is hiring that service to do for them. I've stated them in the voice of my customer. I also refer to a wedge. Those are free or low-cost versions of the product that primes your customer to buy the more premium upgrade. Passive income coaching. The job to be done: be my sparring partner with all things passive income. Help me find the right idea to turn into my online business, get me unstuck, point out my blind spots, help me build my dream business. The format are one-on-one video calls. The revenue is $250 per individual session. And the wedge are the 1 to 2 coaching sessions that are included with a premium subscription. For now, I'll offer one-off coaching calls. Later in the year, those individual session prices will increase, and I'll add monthly coaching packages for $2,000. The other exclusive product is online course development. So the job to be done is build my online course for me. The format is a mix of done for you and done with you services. The revenue is $5,000 and up. And the wedge is really any of my content or offers which can trigger the founder creator who's following along but's too busy to do it themselves or too worried about quote unquote doing it wrong. Revenue will be divided between me and the designers, builders, marketers that I partner with. Revenue projections. Here's what revenue for my exclusive products could look like over 2024. There's a table that I included in here, which I include in the next few sections as well, which has a month-by-month breakdown with cumulative revenue that I can drive over the course of the year across coaching for the individual sessions, and then as I evolve that into the monthly package, and then the course building services that I offer with partners. Cumulatively, that looks like it's on track to do $17,700 by the end of this year. Okay, category number 2, commitment products. Commitment products are your mid-ticket products. Commitment because they require time and effort on the part of the customer. They typically include formats like boot camps or programs. That's a combination of pre-recorded online learning plus assignments plus live calls, workshops, and coaching. Also, masterminds, a curated cohort you organize. Members meet regularly to share challenges, work through projects, and hold one another accountable. How I'm monetizing. A few weeks ago, I announced my first commitment product, the Product Bootcamp, a 6-week sprint to help founders go from fuzzy idea to a fully launched online business. Now, this is a plane I'm building while I fly it. I have 25 years in product that I'm leveraging to design and run this bootcamp, but it's also the first time I'm doing it this way. So for now, I'm using a launch price of $1,500 US. Early enrollees get a lot of my focused attention so I can be in the trenches with them to see what's working and what needs work. I'll tweak, toss out, and enhance the bootcamp. After several runs, I'll systematize things by pre-recording and templatizing. At that point, with a highly optimized program, I'll begin to scale back my time. Good is better than perfect. For the fellow perfectionists following along, this is a good moment for you to stop and take notice. I could have waited to launch this program once I had built the entire thing and run through it several times. But as the saying goes, if you're not embarrassed by the first version of your product, you've launched too late. That's by Reid Hoffman, who's the founder of LinkedIn. Actually, I'm not embarrassed at all. I owe that mindset to years of built-up calluses working in tech and product. That experience taught me to treat everything like a prototype. My products, as well as my social posts, newsletters, podcasts, everything I create. In a year from now, this bootcamp will be light years ahead. In 2 years, it will be a well-oiled machine that sells itself. But I would have never gotten there if I'd waited for perfect. By the way, jump into the link that I shared there and add your ideas and questions in the post that is from a LinkedIn post that I wrote about this topic. Case in point, writing this issue today inspired me to investigate my bootcamp's landing page and application process. I noticed my application process had a low 11.1% completion rate, so I removed some questions and simplified the process. I also had the idea to add a launch guarantee. Not only are guarantees good for business practice, it also felt like the right thing to do while I'm tweaking and refining. By the way, the launch guarantee guarantees that if you honor your commitments and haven't launched, your online business by week 6. I'll continue to work with you at no additional cost until you do. Revenue projections. So far, one founder has applied and been accepted to the bootcamp. She's set to kick off in March. I'm not sure who's more excited. Here's how this program is contributing to my 2024 revenue. Again, there's a table in here with a month-by-month breakdown. And so if this were to go as planned, I would have around $14,000 in revenue from my mid-ticket products, my commitment products. In 2025, this program will run in cohorts of 8 to 10. The price will increase to $2,500 or more. And rough projections are to run one cohort per quarter, which means 4 cohorts, each generating $20,000, could result in $80,000 revenue. Okay, third category and final category are impulse products. Impulse products are your low ticket products like ebooks, toolkits, webinars, workshops, communities, assessments, memberships, email courses, online courses, and digital downloads like swipe files, templates, and scripts. Creating low ticket products from high ticket products. Low ticket products are what many first-time founder creators try to jump straight to. We see powerhouses in our industries making 6 and 7 figures in online courses and want to do the same. What we don't see is all the time that person spent delivering the service manually, or the dozens of live training sessions they ran before they packaged it into a self-paced course. The best way to create low-ticket products are to productize the services you're already doing. That's why I started today's issue with exclusive and commitment products. Those higher tier products provide you with the customer insights and feedback you need to build viable, desirable impulse products. Because in order to drive an impulse purchase, the value needs to be crystal clear, and you need to be able to deliver on your promise. In addition, some of my impulse products will be portions of my commitment and exclusive products that I package and sell separately. I'll share an example of that below. How I'm monetizing. Here are my 2024 impulse products. There's a digital product analyzer that I created. It's an assessment and it's free. There is the ebook I created called Pick the Right Idea, which is also free. There's a 100K newsletter, which is a workshop, and that will be $20, and it will be free for pros who are my premium subscribers. 4 is my LinkedIn newsletter Slingshot. It's an email course that I'm building and it will be available for less than $10. It's a complete guide that builds on the post that I wrote on LinkedIn about how to move people from a LinkedIn newsletter to your email newsletter. Got a lot of comments and a lot of great engagement. It led to a lot of DMs and people asking me questions about it. So I decided I'll turn it into a course. Remember, that's why posting on social media and the rapid feedback loops you get is so important, not only for audience building, but for testing your new ideas. 5, productize your passion. This is a toolkit. It'll be around $100 and it's going to drop in May. It will be parts the weeks 0 and 1 from the bootcamp. I'm going to pull that out and repackage it as its own product. Revenue projections. If I were to launch impulse products 3, 4, and 5, that is the 100K newsletter, the LinkedIn newsletter Slingshot, and the Productize Your Passion toolkit, here's one potential snapshot of what that would look like. So there's a month-by-month breakdown, which totals to around $25,960 for those 3 impulse products. Now, while writing this issue, I developed a sinking suspicion that building and promoting 3 products in such a short burst would backfire. Not only will it be a heavy lift for me, but sales across 3 different impulse products and my bootcamp would cannibalize one another, which got me thinking about a plan B. Plan B, 1 impulse product plus the bootcamp. What if I only focused on the $100 toolkit, Productize Your Passion? After all, it addresses the biggest problem reported by the Passive Profits community, which is I don't know which idea to build. I could reclaim the time. I could reclaim the time it would take to build and promote the email course and workshop. I'd reinvest that time in creating a killer toolkit. I'd focus all of my messaging, content, and promotion to drive awareness, excitement, and sales of the toolkit. And since the toolkit is part 1 of the bootcamp, some toolkit customers will naturally convert into bootcamp customers. With more people going through the bootcamp, I'll be able to upgrade it faster, which means I'll increase pricing and run it as a cohort instead of individually sooner. Assuming that goes to plan, here's what the revised projections look like. Again, a month-by-month breakdown. This time, I have an accumulated revenue of $58,000. Not only does the revenue look better, but the workload seems more optimized. I'll organize a big toolkit launch in April. I'll promote it through the summer while ramping up more bootcamp customers. And in the fall, I'll shift my focus to building and running 2 bootcamp cohorts to close out the year. Let's compare Plan A versus Plan B. In Plan A, I'd be doing coaching plus the bootcamp plus building and launching 3 Impulse products, and that would generate around $57,660. With Plan B, I'll do the coaching, the bootcamp, and 1 Impulse product, and that will generate almost $20,000 more at $75,700. Sometimes less is really more. Just shy of $100,000. When I decided to write this 2-part series about monetizing my newsletter business, my $100,000 target was back in the napkin math. That's my favorite kind of math. Turns out I wasn't far off. Here's a financial recap of Passive Profit's 6 channels. Premium subscriptions will net around $10,000. Newsletter referrals will bring in $500. Sponsorships, $6,350. Exclusive products, $17,700. Commitment products, $49,500. Impulse products, $8,500 for a total first year in business revenue of $92,500. Feeling grateful and grounded. Writing these past 2 issues forced me to face my financial demons. I'm a creator who prioritizes building over crunching numbers, but I'm so happy I invested the time and attention. There's something very grounding about writing down your plans and attaching numbers to them. It becomes real, from abstract to concrete. I'm not building this business to be a billionaire. I'm building it because it's an important problem I can and want to help others solve. And for sure, I'm going to make money in the process doing that. Knowing that I found the intersection between my passion, profession, real problems, and being paid makes me eternally grateful. I'm doing what I love. I hope by showing you what I'm building and how I'm doing it, you're inspired and informed to do the same for yourself. Let's get it. Thanks for following along. I hope that you enjoyed listening to newsletter issue number 21, and I will see you next week or on Wednesday for the Wednesday Nugget. See you then.